Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and people often ask me, CGB, where do we go from here? Where does Mono Black go from here? Now that its beautiful hooky massacre thing is all gone, what adjustments do we make? Can we make it better? What's good? What's bad? How do we change? So I've been working on the answer to that very question, trying to find exactly what Mono Black needs. Now, a good amount of people are, dissatisfied people. They get loud. They leave comments, whereas the satisfied people are just like happy. They're enjoying the content. And the dissatisfied people would be like, oh, Mono Black, we're so sick of Mono Black. I need to take a minute to remind people, Mono Black is very popular because people love it. I know they love Mono Red too, but there's also a lot of people who, when Mono Red is good, play Mono Red because it's easy. Same thing for White, and that's honestly the thing that triggers me about it. A lot of people aren't playing it because they love Mono White or they love Mono Red. The people who do, good for them. It's the people who are like, I just want easy wins. But Mono Black, I know this for a fact. In fact, I know more about the Magic player psyche at large than most people because I actually hear from so many Magic players on a daily basis. People love Mono Black, and you know that because they play Mono Black a lot, even when it's not good. So when Mono Black is amazing in the meta, as it has been for the last few months, and people play the crap out of it, you're like, yep, that makes sense. So a lot of people with the Meathook ban might be struggling with their Mono Black list against all the go wide strategies out there, saying, what do I do now? What do I do with Mono Black to continue to win? So the lack of Meathook makes something much worse, and it's kind of sneaky, and that something is Invoke Despair. Invoke Despair was good because you could often get them to sacrifice very high value permanents with it, and that was because they couldn't play low value permanents because those got swept up by the Meathook Massacre. So the lack of the Meathook Massacre, actually I found, was making Invoke Despair so much worse that I decided to cut it, and I'm running Cruelty of Gix, a card that was very popular in the first weeks of the format, but I think got forgotten for the stock Mono Black list. And Cruelty of Gix has a lot of functionality, but the biggest thing for me is that I've turned this from an Invoke Despair deck into just a straight up Sheldred the Apocalypse deck. This is still a very difficult card to remove in Standard, and what you may have found, what I found, is if you just have Sheldred on the battlefield, you're probably going to win. Like, the card just sits there generating a win con, just draining the opponent out and giving you life so they can't race you. And the 4/5 Death Touch body is just so hard for people to get over. And with token decks, go wide decks, maybe even mono red type strategies trying to make a comeback, I think what you should do now, at least this is what I found with the games I played today and the work that I did, just push Sheldred. Just have Sheldred on the battlefield. We not only have 4 Sheldreds, we have 4 Cruelty of Gix, and what this does is gets you back Sheldred. The Chapter 2 can fetch a Sheldred. The Chapter 3 can return a Sheldred to the battlefield. The Chapter 1 goes against the thing that probably makes Sheldred the hardest to get damage in with, and that is Wandering Emperor. So if you can take their Wandering Emperor or force them to play it, then your Sheldred might be able to attack in the future, which makes the clock a lot quicker. And trust me, Wandering Emperor counts seem to be going way up since the Meathook ban. That card, it seems to be something that people are turning to in the new meta quite a bit. So yeah, just use your Cruelty to keep the Sheldred on the field. It sucks not having a Meathook to tutor for. It sucks not having a Wrath to tutor for. I tried Path of Peril. No, that card is not the same. I think that you're better off without a board wipe and just getting what's called virtual card advantage, using one card to shut down many. Sheldred can shut down a whole army if they can't, do enough damage and get through it. So just keep Sheldred on the battlefield. Use Soul Transfer to get back Sheldred if you must. Use 3 Takanumas to get back Sheldred if you must. Yes, that's 27 land. You do need to hit land drops 4 and 5 like on curve with this deck. So 27 land. We're back to that. I don't love it. And trust me, I also tried things like Roadside Reliquary and Crystal Grotto. just run Takenuma and get back Sheldred. It's so much better. It's so much better. The rest of the deck you know and love, but I'm up to 4 Infernal Grasp because I think it's that important to win the Sheldred war, and because we gain so much life from making sure that we always have Sheldred around, we don't really feel the life loss of Grasp like we used to. So more spot removal. That was another thing. I had Sorin in here. Sorin got cut. I had more underdogs. It feels like the meta is a little underdog prepared these days. Lots of exile out there, lots of ways to hit the graveyard. So I just went up on removal, and the deck started to do better as soon as I made that adjustment. And of course, we're drawing with Bankbuster. If you don't know what to get with Cruelty of Gix, get Sheldred. If you think getting Sheldred is a bad idea, get Bankbuster. That's about all you need to know. All right. Today's patron shout out goes to ST Fletch. Thank you very much. Did you guys know we went over 300 patrons? Thank you very much. That is really cool. If you would like a shout out in a video, check out patreon.com/covertgoblue or check out the link in the description. You know, like a few bucks a month for your boy in here playing Arena so that you're, you know, doing testing, getting my butt kicked so that you don't have to. Dropping maybe some sick entertainment every now and then when I'm lucky. The occasional top deck that goes my way. Wham, shuffler this, shuffler that. Some historic brawl videos. Anyway, I appreciate the support. And ST Fletch, today's shout out is yours. You're very cool. Let's dive in. Let Mono Black 2.0 nonsense begin. Good hand. Does things. Plays creatures, removes creatures. Gets proactive with Liliana. All this stuff. Happy things. A plains. A go. Cool. I am going to attack you for 2. I also found Sheldred. And the mana to cast Sheldred. So this game is going great. There's an adversary. I am going to Liliana the adversary, I think. No, cut it down because we can cut it down. It's a conditional removal spell. Use it where you can. Then we'll just charge up here and attack. Hold back the Liliana. We're going to make them sacrifice something that we couldn't cut down. It would also be nice to draw out a removal spell in the sleeper so the Sheldred's more likely to live. Perfect. We did it. Here comes Shelly. Two reliquaries? When will you find the time to stone rain yourself that much? Let's have a look at that hand, shall we? How many Wandering Emperors does it have? Alright, I think we have to take AO and play around Wandering Emperor. There's Wedding Announcement too. Just gonna try to drain him out with Sheldred. I would love that AO under my control. That's another reason to select it. When it plays Wedding Announcement, they tick. Cool. We draw Liliana, we tutor. Tutor for Cruelty. Why the heck not? Yeah, let's get a look first. Probably just taking Wandering Emperor and attacking. But, gotta be sure. Okay, it looks like they are planning to go pretty wide. Let's put the pressure on their life total. Wow, they decided to go low. I don't know if they can afford that. Okay. Other Wedding Announcement. You know, play an adversary here. You might need the life. Of course, we get another tutor. We get another tutor, opponent. We get another tutor. We can go get another Cruelty, for example. I'll take this AO. Seems good. We'll go get Cruelty. We'll play Cruelty. Okay, now your adversary's gone. And yeah, that was intensely effective. I have heard and I have seen in videos the Cruelty of Gix train. That is the first time I have ridden the train, and it was a lovely ride. 5 stars. Reckoner, Bankbuster, Tenacious Underdog. Name a better team. Maybe Trespasser and Bankbuster. Yeah. Okay, sure. But let's just say it all goes together so well. What's our opponent do? Mirror? Lame. But what do you expect? We're playing the most popular deck in the meta, and we're trying a new twist on it. There's gonna be some lame. This is the type who plays red. Amazing. Ingenuity at its finest. Let's fight for the board. We pretty much have one turn here to at least pretend like we can get on the board, and if we get to trade something with this underdog, we're happy. If they spend their turn removing it, whatever. Evolve, Sleeper, and Giada in the same deck. That's weird. That is just weird. Our opponent is strange. So, do we try to kill Giada or kill the Angels? Well, what are we doing this turn otherwise? I guess we'll just say go. Maybe I'm supposed to soul transfer, but we have the artifact and we have the enchantment and we have the Sheldred, so I see it all coming together. I'll Infernal Grasp this turn. Let's see what they play. If they play Eliza, we kill the Eliza. Or a Paragon or whatever. We'll kill it. It'll be fine. They could play a land, I guess, and play the Sleeper from Graveyard, and that feels real good. But those still, I don't think, beat Sheldred. Okay. No activation of Sleeper. There's the Paragon. Here's their Evolved Sleeper. I guess that's one way to get value out of your card. Oh, come on. Just make a mistake and give me priority. Nice. I like that. I wonder why the hell they did that. Free Evolved Sleeper? No. How about no? That probably means they have another Paragon, and they're playing around a board wipe, which, of course, what board wipe? They don't have those in Standard anymore. Here's Sheldred. Sleeper could get double pumped here. I guess I would block. Make them do it. Yeah, there's the other Paragon. Here's the other Sleeper. Alright, can I take a hit from this? I'm going up to 10. I guess I can. So we can get Cruelty down. Oh wait, then we pay 3 life, right? So we're at effective 7? That's not good. Alright, I'm not going to have time to use Soul Transfer the way I wanted to. It happens. We've all known some disappointment. I think we get Bankbuster down now, though. Something to block with other than Sheldred if we just want to keep Sheldred doing Sheldred things. Of course, with Cruelty, we can get Shully back in theory. Yeah, here they come. All right, so if I crew and they kill this, that's a pretty big deal. Let's make them use their Sleeper. What do? They have to use 2 black. They have to use 3 mana to get this one to work. Yeah, we'll block like this. Six life, no big deal or anything. Ooh, I was gonna just Cruelty you back. I guess I can still do that. We're at 6. Yeah, we really don't want, 1, the opponent to exile this using random Trespass or whatever. 2, we don't want to pay the 3 life for the tutor anytime soon. We could also grab the Paragon. Hold on. Okay, nothing really that I want from the Paragon. Would be a nice 3/4. But it doesn't get any value right away. Maybe the next cruelty can get that. Let's just Shelly. Stick to the plan. The plan is Sheldred on the board wins games. If they had a removal spell, they'd use it, right? If we crew and they kill it and they hit, they don't win. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah, they can put us at 1, but they also can't kill us. Yeah, I've got another Sheldred. Let's block. Make them use the mana. Clearly their mana is a little bit constrained. They've missed some drops. And we're wearing out their sleepers. And we go to 4. It is scary, though. It is very scary. I would love to draw land so I can draw with the Bank Buster. Nope, can't do that. Alright, Shelly. Again. I guess they could run Emperor. Let's just pass. I mean... oh, there's Fable. Okay. They're that kind of angel deck. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to gain life from Sheldred here. How many did it take? I stopped keeping track. Backup Giada comes in as a 3/3. There you go. We go to 4. Let's draw. Land. We're doing it. Do I save a soul transfer for a big angel? This is just a baby angel. We can race this angel, right? And again, Wandering Emperor stuff. They don't have the double white, but they can make a treasure. They could have it. No reason to do anything different. Go ahead, discard some cards. Time and place for attacking. Oh, look at him go. That Sanctuary Warden, big scary creature that you need to hold a soul transfer for. We've got him at 6, though. And the clock is ticking. Random lightning strike for the win? Yeah, I had a feeling if you discard a Warden, there's got to be another one. You gonna take 2? You bet they are. Five to 4. Exile that. Attack with everything. They die if they don't have a Wandering Emperor. Okay. Block. Power up Buster? Nope. Please no Wandering Emperor, please no Wandering Emperor, please no Wandering Emperor. They can play it in their draw step, exile the Sheldred, and then we're in really big trouble. But nope, guess they don't have it. We'll take those. Interesting game, a lot of choices. All right, good hand, 3 lands. 3 land hands, it's what you get if you actually run 27 land in your deck, or 20. In between, you just get stuck on 2 no matter what. Sundown Pass out here again. Let's see what they're up to. What does one do with a Sundown Pass? Naya. Uh-huh. Alright. Thalia on the play. Seems good. We'll just cut it down here in a second, but let's see what else they play. The underdogs are a bit out of place, but otherwise we have like a mono black control type hand. Alright, so some kind of a human deck. I do want to play the Liliana, But I could kill this Stormseeker and take less damage this turn, and I can't play the Liliana next turn if I don't kill the Thalia. Naya humans, Thalia and Stormseeker. Not usually a pairing you see. Yeah, good choice. Good choice, opponent. Good choice. I like that. That's why you let them make choices. Sometimes you get them. Sometimes you get them. So we can expect Alana and Elena. Maybe Sigarda. But Sigarda's hard to cast with Secluded Courtyard. But there's some good 4-drops in a deck like this. Okay. The answer is yes to Sigarda. Let's see if what our opponent chooses to discard here. I'm very glad, and I mean very, very glad that Liliana is still alive. They didn't have another haste threat. So now we can deploy this Underdog, keep it on daytime, and maybe I play around Valorous Stance. Might as well. Adeline is here. Firebrand is here. Okay, they were able to deploy 2 creatures. That's a heck of a draw. Wow, I can't believe we got that lucky. Kind of whack, man. Kind of crazy.
Something suspicious is going on.
I'm just gonna hold back the Underdog and play control. They showed us Stormseeker, so no need to attack, have them top deck Stormseeker and beat up Lily. She deserved better. Alright, they've got nothing in hand, so we can tutor this turn. It's pretty good. We could wait to tutor next turn and have more information. Let's just grab Sheldred. Sheldred, empty board position like this is really good. And then we can discard Sheldred here, and we have free Sheldred next turn. Still defending from a Stormseeker. Oh, it's nighttime. I forgot it was nighttime. Alright, defending from a Stormseeker was a bad idea. Who said that we should do that? Freaking idiot.
Whatever.
Well, I'm glad we have the mana. Here's Shelly. Let's hold this. We can get Sheldred back if Sheldred were to die. Now I'll attack with Underdog, which I probably should have been doing. We'll pass. See what they do pre-combat here. Add a line. Kill the Slasher. I think we just... Oh, we get back Liliana. Yeah, that's easy. Look at all those lands we didn't want to draw anyway. Here she comes. Out of there.
And you think you can win?
Alright, it's still nighttime, and we only cast 1 spell. So, Slasher is Slasher. Let's just get in there and finish the job. Especially with all that damage we can do with a Sheldred on the field. Alright. We put the Naya human werewolves to bed. Nighty-night. Alright, sweet hand on the play. Nice and aggressive. Anybody need a nap? We got a napper. Oh boy. Mono blue? I activate. I'd love a Fading Hope here. It'd make me smile. They're thinking about it. Okay, consider. They did keep it. So we should expect a counterspell from them. We expect the counterspell, we're probably just supposed to pump when we attack, right? And not walk into it. We can definitely wait for Thirst as well. Like, when they have Thirst mana is a good time to force them to counter stuff. But they've got to do something about the sleeper at some point. Okay. Nothing yet. Or consider. Gotta fill that graveyard somehow. Means Cut Down's officially dead, I think. Unless they play Delver. Okay. Opponent tanks and then does nothing. Classic. All right, we're not low on cards. I think we start forcing the opponent to counter things. Although if we have the 5th land, actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's just have them take damage and hold up mana. If they go for Jhin protected, we can go Infernal Grasp into Liliana. The game sort of ends at that point. They might have Thirst this turn, but they still can't take big advantage of it. But we need to draw a land, really, to be able to keep going. Person who misses a land drop in this game might have a hard time keeping their spells being deployed, especially a clunky deck like us. Yeah, here comes Jhin. Right into my clutches. Smart player does not negate this. Well, I guess you have to now, because you only have 1 mana. Yeah, okay, you can't hold up negate without your Jhin. Rawr.
Those who get in my way tend to
Got him.
Off you go.
Down to 9. Do you have the follow-up? You need another Jhin. Yeah, you need it right there, too. You got it. You do have it. Multiple soul transfers, that should keep them busy, but they'll have the counter, and we missed the land drops. The deck with like 20 lands outdrew lands from the deck that has 27. It's a good feels. So nice.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Syncopate down. You don't have much life. Evolve Sleeper only needs 2 more turns of swinging. And the opponent also needs to take out the Liliana, or it'll make them sacrifice the Jhin. Got Fading Hope? Not one you're gonna cast. Alright, let's get our first counterspell out of the opponent on this soul transfer. We've probably got 2 or 3 to go. Yeah, and it's a make disappear. If we had a land drop, we'd have played around that. Brutal. They are on the clock, though, against the sleeper. Okay. That's probably really good for them. They might just go face, but nah, they have to kill the Liliana. They don't have a choice. They'll just have to sacrifice their Jhin unless they play another one. There you go. She dead.
This isn't how things were supposed to go.
Okay. If I stacked my deck poorly, I would probably play it a lot like this. Make them use another counterspell. Uh-huh. All right. 3 is also notably not 2. So just resolving Sheldred isn't quite lethal. Ooh, are we trading? Are we trading? I mean, it's lethal. Yeah, you're trading with my 1-drop, huh? Tempting to try to draw a card here. especially with all their mana open. Yeah, maybe that is the play. What if they have a Fading Hope here and they're trying to get me to do it though? Nope, we're not falling for that. Probably gets countered. Everything I play probably gets countered, but they've got to run out at some point. We don't have anything on the board now. Underdog would be a hell of a draw. Yep. No backup Jhin. It's not getting better. Those missed land drops. Okay. They don't have card draw. Gives us a chance. Can't believe I'm doing this, but I think we get back to Sleeper. It's like our best card against them. God. I has a Sleeper. Alright, hard counters time. You have another? You have another. Okay, great. Great. Now they're drawing land, though. Interesting. This only works if it has an artifact or enchantment. I would give anything to turn this into any other land. Alright, Trespasser. You're gonna run out. You're gonna run out. Also, they should be holding a land in case they draw Thirst, and I don't think they are. So that's good for us. They might draw Thirst off the top, then have to discard 2 spells. Okay, Impulse. Grab. Impulse. Impulse. I mean, I talked about the cruelty train. They got the impulse train. Wow, they tapped out for that. Well, they're dead if we top deck anything relevant. That is relevant. Not exactly what I had in mind. Okay, we'll have to wait another turn. That Bankbuster might decide the game, though. Here's Shelly. Yep, there's Syncopate. Okay. Let's give a draw. Maybe we'll hit a Sleeper. Okay. We found the lands. Lands are here now. They're like, better late than never, dude. Here's Shelly. Resolves. We go for lethal. We achieve it. Okay, Mono Blue. Thanks for the frickin' heart attack. Alright. Beautiful hand on the play. Let's roll. Here comes a Sleeper, then an Underdog, then a Trespasser. Hiya! Laza. Alright, we're going to try to deal as much damage to the Joda or Esper Legends deck as we can. Put them on the back foot. Hard to use a Rafine if there's a Sheldred on the table and you don't have much life. Oh my goodness. Well, fortunately for us, our hand is all creatures. Attack first. If the opponent blocks, we can pump it up. Poor Underdog, bricked by Thalia. Here's Catilda. Thalia taps for mana. Also, protection from werewolves. Pretty useful. So, not a lot of point to attacking with the Trespasser. They can just block. I don't know if they know that. They could also double block and trade. I guess let's make sure they know that. Not everybody remembers. What I should have done is very confidently just turned them sideways and never hovered over Catilda. I might have given them a hint to read their own card. Oh my god, they take it. Okay. Alright. This is fine. They're stuck on 1 mana, and we have Shelly. I think they have a March, though. No, yeah, March would still hold priority, because they could exile chunks of their hand to cast it. But they're mana screwed, facing Sheldred. They do have Catilda, though. So they have 4 mana this next turn. Man, March is so expensive for them. They would have to exile 3 cards to take out Sheldred. You know they have non-land cards in their hand. And if they're running a list similar to mine, there's a lot of white cards. So it's probably an option for them. I don't know if I could do it, man. They did it. They exiled 2 Hopeful Initiates and a backup Thalia. They did it. And then Denick cuts off the graveyard. This doesn't target, right? Mill 3, return A. Doesn't target. Okay. Okay. I mean, they didn't block it before. We have to try. We bluffed damage out of them last time. Oh my gosh. Read your Catilda. You're no student of mine. I disown you. Down to 8. I want to read the Catilda myself just to make sure I'm not wrong, to be honest. I'm starting to question myself. Okay. Protection from werewolves. Okay. But Joda is here. We have to draw a removal spell for Joda. So Underdog's not doing much. We could chump with it. They're about to gain 6? Yeah, I guess. It's just not doing anything. And it can try to draw us an Infernal Grasp here in a second. My heart aches. Infernal Grasp. Brutal. Can't even beat them when they don't know how their cards work. And when they're stuck on 2 lands. Ooh, Sleepy Busty. Okay. Let's go for it. Sundown Pass, though. What a comeback this card's made today. Naya everywhere, as far as the eye can see. Get out of here, Loam Speaker. You still die to cut down, making you still a pretty rough card in the format. Black would have to become almost unplayed to make that card good. That card is really good against Liliana. It's really good against our hand. Basically messed up. Alright. I don't think we keep being aggressive. I think we play this Bank Buster and try to draw our way out of it. We need to draw removal for the Peacekeeper to turn on the Lilianas. Okay, we're not going to have a lot of time. Our opponent's got Hasty Lifelinky Trample. People trying all kinds of Naya stuff. Alright, turn this into a 3/3. Draw with Buster is probably good. Possibly block with Buster if they attack with the Peacekeeper. That would be a big oops if they didn't think that through. Just you, huh? I think we try to trade. We have another one, and we get the draw from this. don't want to give up our only board presence. If they blow this up here, that's fine too. We get a land and we get a draw. So this is fine. Soul transfer, cool. All right, we go to 9. We still can't activate Liliana. But we can soul transfer the Peacekeeper. Then play the Liliana. Then they sacrifice the Dancer. Yeah, I think that Boseiju might have been a pretty big mistake. Do we attack? Yeah, they are showing us that they have Trample Haste, and we're at 9. If we block a Trample Haster, we would still lose Liliana, but we'd kill it. I guess if they play Trample Haster and attack Liliana, we play other Liliana. Let's attack. Peacekeeper Part 2. Naming Liliana again. And another Loam Speaker. There's Sheldred. Lord Shelley, how you doing? So 3 mana activates this. Let's go for a Sheldred. Let's not activate Liliana because it's like, it costs 2, right? Yeah. So you see how it lights up when we highlight, and let's pass. This is the part where you sit behind Sheldred and make them suffer. Suffer. You should hate the part of the game you love. You should hate drawing cards. It should make you go through pain. All right, we goes to the first. Sleepy, bank busty, slice and dice. Planes go what? Busted. Busted Buster's doing busted Buster things. Blue-white. Awesome. Busters can definitely grind out blue-white. Okay then. What'd they get rid of? Teferi? Dude, this is gonna break your heart. I'd scoop right here for shame. Just straight up shame scoop right there. I exiled Teferi for nothing. I'm a disaster. All right. Let's make you a 3/3 and get in there. And draw with Buster, and that's a good turn. Wandering Emperor is about to be on deck, though. Along with Memory Deluge. Are they worried about me drawing with Sleeper? They're going for Revelry. I've only got 2 cards in hand. They're going to gain the life and make the 1/1s. Okay. Well, that... I think they just missed a land drop. That leaves them in a really bad place. What you got? So, the way I like to play against control is to grind out stupid amounts of value. So what I should be doing is drawing with this Sleeper until they deal with it, and drawing with this Bankbuster until they deal with it. I like that more than like casting Trespasser, even though casting Trespasser here is probably quite good. This is the way I like to play these games. It bites me occasionally, but not as much as you'd think. Now, where's my Cruelty of Gix? That's what I really want to know. Like, that's the card that's supposed to make Wandering Emperor quiver. In fact, do we attack? Let's draw first. Grasp. 3 mana, we can just keep drawing cards with the Sleeper. Make me a very happy gamer. Can also go for Sheldred, see what they do. But yeah, like the way I like to play this would just be to just keep drawing and do nothing else. Just bury them in cards. Oh god, I love doing this, especially when they don't have a memory deluge, right? You know they're probably seeing a Wandering Emperor, maybe a counterspell, but they can't punish you on end step by going, okay, I draw some cards, and then you're like, oh, I feel bad for not attacking, you know? Okay, did that. I think cutting down this token is reasonable. Let's see if we draw land. Oh, maybe now they deal? Okay, now they march. Well, we got 2 cards and plenty of damage out of that thing, so we'll take it. Now, what's the follow-up? Let's see if they do anything about this Bank Buster swinging in. Okay. 6 mana. Could put Sheldred on the stack and see if they do anything. They're getting really close to Farewell. Farewell doesn't deal with Planeswalkers. Let's see what they do about Lily. I've got plenty of stuff here I wouldn't mind discarding. Okay, dissipate the Lily. Sure. Now what? Drop a Sheldred? That's a lot of... That can be a lot of damage. If they draw Farewell, they're feeling good, but then we reload pretty fast. Depopulate. Okay. I'm going to keep that in mind and play all my multicolored creatures first. That's a joke. That is definitely a joke. New Busta. Farewell? Depopulate and Farewell? I was worried about that when I played the new Bank Buster. Alright, they're only at 6. Let's see if they can handle the Trespasser. The Fairy, sure.
Don't worry. I face scarier villains.
Think I hold this. We could mill and try to hit a creature, but we might whiff, and that could be really brutal. Can't believe I drew all these cards. I'm gonna run out of them. Opponent got more counter spells. Of course they do. Why wouldn't they? The good news is here we can attack Teferi, keep eating Graveyard, and now if they minus Teferi, Teferi dies.
Keep an old man on his toes.
They minus Teferi, Teferi dies. Might mean they have another Teferi, we'll see.
Win the quick way or the fun way.
Coming up with the right answer is hard work. Like, go ahead, depopulate right now, I'll get it back. There you go. Sleeper. I guess we'll take the sleeper, it draws cards. Liliana, though. Liliana. Push for an ultimate, too. The opponent hasn't shown a lot of ways to deal with Planeswalkers. They might have a negate in hand. I'm going Lily. Cruelty. Okay, if they have a negate, we're gonna see it. Oh, ho, 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 devious? I think not. Cruelty, you showed up at the right time.
We all have things we'd rather forget.
Now the top of your deck had better be really good. Not good enough. They're at 8 life. Shelly. Easy Shelly.
Don't overthink things.
The clock is a quick one, and you can't draw your way out of it. Nice. Very nice, opponent. I like that. Go out as you lived. drawing your cards. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and we're checking in on the stats powered by MTG Assistant. And a lot of up and down for Mono Black today. I went 7 and 6 overall. I got a good amount of my dailies. Also tried some other decks before I played Mono Black today to fill out those dailies. But, you know, eventually I decided people were probably looking for some kind of evolution of Mono Black. So many people played it. It's a very popular deck. A lot of people want to know where it goes from here. And I think I started to find it towards the end of the video. I think the idea of constantly getting back and playing Sheldred is a good one, but we needed more spot removal. Without the catch-up mechanism of the Meathook Massacre, and with Path of Peril being too narrow, I decided that we really did need to be able to remove things more. So up to 4 Infernal Grasps, up to the list that you see here at the end, in the intro, and in the deck list in the description. But it wasn't always that way. We ran a much lower removal count, just much more aggressive in general. Trimming back the underdogs feels like a good choice, as the meta is already pretty hostile, I think, against them. Plenty of graveyard hate out there. So I think there's still a lot of work to do on Mono Black. Am I sold on Cruelty over Invoke Despair? I think I'm about 65-70% sold. Cruelty is really good, and it feels so much better for the control versions. And so often I'm looking at Invoke Despair on turn 5 like, this is just going to get countered, or this isn't going to do enough, because battlefields are getting wider and there is a lot of fodder out there. So my recommendation is to play around. Now's the time to try new things. I'm not positive this is the greatest version of Black, but I think that the Cruelty version gives you more play against what is becoming very popular. So I'm in support of it. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.